Hey guys, just before we start the video, I just wanted to say that this is probably one of the coolest videos I've ever done. It's going to be in two parts. It's going to be about two videos that are going to be about 17 minutes long each, but this is actually the first time that we've ever chopped 3 different crops in the same day. It's going to be in these 2 videos, and I'm going to basically explain what each crop is and what is chopping, because I know a lot of my new subscribers have been asking about that. So be sure to stay tuned to both videos, guys. One's going to come out today, and then one's going to come out 2 days later. So be sure to stay tuned for all that. It's going to be drone shots and explaining everything about what this chopper is and what we are chopping and why we are chopping it. So anyway, stay tuned, guys. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. It's today, September 26th. It's Thursday. I'm on my way up to North Dakota, but I decided to stop in and see what's going on at the farm, and I'm actually being put to work. So we're gonna go scout a field right now, and if conditions are right, we're gonna do some field work today. You guys will see what I mean here shortly, but I'm gonna head down to Pat's place. He's got a pretty wide 12-acre field north of his place, and I'm gonna go down there and see how wet it really is. So let's head down there. But first, safety first. Alrighty guys, so I'm down here crossing Pat's place. The fence here somewhere, I don't want to walk into it. Cross it. It's a remnants of a fence. I already crossed it. But. So I'm mainly just going down here to see how wet this is down in here. How wet the ground is. You guys can kind of see there's a big difference between the stuff I'm in here right now and the rest of the field. It's because this is a big old wet spot right here, and Pat never got to spray it. So if it's fit enough, I'm going to try and get the sprayer in here and try and spray this stuff out. Spray whatever I have left out, because this needs to be sprayed if possible. And this corn's already pretty tall. It's probably not going to do much, but we need to clean out the sprayer. We might as well clean it out on something that would make a difference on. Maybe just up the rate and really try and burn this stuff off. So yeah, we'll see. Let's walk around a little bit and try not to get absolutely soaked, but I guarantee you I'm going to. See guys, this is the big difference between effective pest and weed management control and non. So as you guys can see, a lot of this field is pretty clean, but then some of this field is just awful with volunteer corn, ragweed, broadleaf. Can't think of any other weeds that are in here right now. But this is really what, I mean, you guys can kind of tell this is just litter. This is the difference between having a good crop and having an awful crop. Like, this would be a disaster if we don't get something done with this. I think I'm going to try and get in here and spray it if I can. Basically just up the pressure and really try and crank it down here. But the big reason why we have a timely application with the right rate and the right timing is because we can avoid stuff like this. Because look at this, the weeds are taller than the actual beans themselves, which are right here. And you can kind of see that they're actually further later developing than those ones over there. So yeah, there's a lot of dew on the crop right now, so my pants down to my boots are just soaked, but I think it's good enough. It's gonna be fit enough I can get in here with the sprayer, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna head back, take out the sprayer, and get moving. Let's head back to the truck. Here's the fence. Don't stab me, don't stab me, don't stab me. Oh, flexibility. Woo! All right, let's head back to the farm. Back at the farm. Now let's go take a look at the shed and see what all I got to pull out to get to the truck, get to the sprayer. Alrighty guys, so I'm at the 7120 right now. We had just had Kuno Implement fix it up for us. The issue that we had was last couple years the PTO wouldn't stay latched like that. We always had to use a bungee cord to kind of strap it, keep it hauled up. But now everything looks like it's working. Thank you Kuno Implement for that. So now I'm going to take this thing home. We're probably going to hook it up to a chopper box and we're gonna start chopping today. We got a special treat for you guys. We might even be chopping with 3 different heads today. That's never happened. So let's get back to it. This tractor is fun to drive. It's a true power shift. Every gear, I just bump it forward and backwards. This thing's fun to drive. It's our 7120. We bought it used about 6-7 years ago. It's got duals on it. It's a great all-purpose tractor. We wish it was mechanical front-wheel drive, but it's just basically rear-wheel drive. It's a good chopper box, good all-around tractor. We sometimes put it on the motor, etc. 7120 is back, so now let's go start moving equipment. Playing musical equipment right now, trying to get stuff out so we can get at different things that we need. I'm going to set the GoPro for a quick time lapse. Here we are. That GoPro's recording. That's my time lapse GoPro. So I'm going to move the 7120 in front of the chopper box that I just set it because squeak. Because Pat's got a bad front tire on it. Pat's gonna grab onto that one. We're only gonna put half a load into it. So we're gonna take this one. So I'm gonna move this tractor out of the way, hook Pat up. There we are. We're gonna get Pat hooked up. So Brian's gonna hook on to a chopper box that's in here. It's got a low front tire. So I'm gonna sit here and watch this gate for him. Pat's gonna go chop some ground, chop some silage. Sweet. I'm gonna go see if I can get the drone in the air real quick. There he goes. That tire in the front right is bad, so he's gonna fill it up with air. We're gonna keep chopping. Let's go watch Pat chop some corn. Actually in the daylight when you guys can see. So we're chopping this off so we have room for our bag. Have a full load after all. This head gathers the entire plant. Sweet stuff, huh? I think it is. It's gonna be a full load. Alrighty guys, here's some drone footage of it. Alrighty, so here's what I'm going to do for these 3 videos for while we are chopping. So I'm going to do basically unedited drone footage and kind of explaining what we are doing for you guys. So as I kind of explained before, our cattle ration consists of multiple ingredients in there, and that's basically what we've worked with our basically our trusted advisors that we work with to figure out what's the best kind of feed for our cattle to get the best rate of gain and the best the best qualities that we want in finished cattle. So, and one of the things that goes into there is actually corn silage. So what corn silage is what you see us chopping for right now. And first off, what chopping or forage harvesting is kind of the effort of taking some form of plant material, chopping up into nice fine pieces, that way cattle can digest. And what we do is, like I said, we're chopping silage, and that's ingesting the entire corn plant, which you guys are seeing right now. It's ingesting the entire plant, stalk, corn kernels, cob, everything, and it's chopping it up into nice bitty pieces and getting it thrown into a forage wagon. And what a lot of people will do with that finished chop stuff is they'll actually put it in bunkers, silos, or bags, and what it'll do is it'll ferment for like a month or so, and that'll basically, I'm not sure what exact science behind why people let it ferment, but I know it basically gets a much better feed value and it probably stores better. So but in this right now we're actually chopping just to give us some feed. This will get fed out. It's already actually been fed out since you guys have seen it, but once we actually start chopping for ourselves, which will be in about a week or so, we'll start basically filling a bunk. But again, this is silage that we're doing. We're harvesting with our FR 9060 New Holland forage harvester. It's a 2010, I want to say, somewhere around there. And then the Meyer 4020 chopper box. It's a 20-foot long box. We can fill it to the brim. It's definitely got some weight on it, so you need to have a tractor, good tractor to pull it. But it's been a good box. We've had them for a while. But anyway, this is the first of 3 chopping that you guys will see in these 2 videos coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright, I'm going to pull this nice shiny missing something combine out. So we can move the sprayer. Go ahead so I can get my sprayer out, because I still do want to spray this afternoon. So let's go ahead and fire this bad girl up. No bueno. I gotta hook the battery charger on it. Are we calling this an MF'er, guys? Because that battery was dead, that battery is dead, and this battery's dead. Zach, stop casting your dark spell on us. Let's see if this works. Boom. That's running. I got the old 5088 running. So get this battery charger off of here. Alrighty guys, I got 2 questions for you. 2. So what are your guys' thoughts on what's the best camera system for the combine that we can have? I want to have 2 cameras for sure. One up in the grain tank. My uncle wants one in the sieves. I don't think that one's as important, but it'd be nice to have one in the unloader too. So max 3. I'd say if it was up to him, so what we'll probably do, 2 cameras, one up in the grain tank and one in the sieve. So one's gonna be an IR camera so I can see in the dark. But what's your guys' thoughts? What's the best camera system out there? Any thoughts, any opinions? And then the second question is, we need a better radio system. What's the best radio system out there, guys? I know I've heard people using Midlands, Cobras. What's the best system out there? We've always used Cobras. That's just because there's a dealer an hour away, but they've been kind of bad. So what's the best radio system out there, guys? Thoughts? All right, let's pull this thing out. We're gonna pull this thing out so we can get at this Drago head to move the sprayer. Then I'm gonna get out and move the 50, blow the radiator off and everything. Then I'm gonna go and hook the 190 for the manure spreader. A lot of stuff going on while those 2 guys are chopping. Also, last thought I had, you know of anyone that makes bigger mirrors for these? Because these things suck trying to maneuver around. Anyone, any aftermarket company that makes bigger mirrors, shoot them my way. I'd love to get one on this machine. Just shoot me your information. Also, I forgot to say I'm pulling this out. So I'm gonna let this thing run for a little while, and then I'm going to move the 5088 out, see if that thing will move. It had transmission problems before, so we'll see if it'll move. Special thing about the 88 series tractors, guys, is the last one the International made, actually in the Rock Island plant about an hour south of here. It's pretty neat, so see if I remember how to drive this thing. Let's get it out of here. Yeah, this thing definitely has transmission issues. I'm just creeping along. I can't do anything else. The gears don't work. But when I do put it in gear, it does creep, so I'm just gonna go with that. Alright guys, now I hop in the 190. I'm gonna unhook the liquid manure spreader from the it does have a jack, good, from the tractor, and we're gonna use this 190 for chopping today too. Ain't that pretty? If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys should see cool stuff like that as it happens. Time to unhook this thing. So now we're gonna take that off, but first I gotta clean out the radiator, air out the tires, do a bunch of other junk to it. Alrighty, time for some grub-a-dub-dub. Let's go eat. I'm so hungry right now. And this is my last grandma meal for a little while, so. Alrighty guys, back from lunch. So, that was a great, delicious meal by grandma. I'm gonna hook Pat up in the FR9060 to this wagon. Gonna chop 8 more rows off what we were chopping over there. And then he's gonna go and hook that head, move the cornet so I can get to the sprayer, and then hook onto the pickup head. I found out that I cannot spray that bean field that I was talking to you about earlier, so we're just gonna probably empty this out in a field that's just gonna lay fallow for the rest of the year so we can empty out the sprayer. There he goes. He's gonna go chop some stuff. Now we're gonna unhook this thing. Gonna unhook this thing right here. So I'm gonna get him close to it. Go. That's what the inside of your chopper looks like. That's what the feeding rolls look like. Alright, now let's hook on the hay head. I lied, now we got the corn head on there. We're gonna go set these blocks on there. I'll explain why later. Alrighty guys, so whoa. Gears actually worked. So Pat is going to go chop some ear corn. Wow, this thing's actually moving. I'm gonna move this thing over to the fuel while I can. So Pat's gonna go chop some ear corn. I'm gonna get the drone up in the air so I can see if I can get this thing, get him while he's doing it. But first I'm gonna start filling this thing up with fuel. Wow, the gears are actually working. This is awesome. Alrighty guys, just moved the 50. Here's some drone shots. Let's watch some earlage being harvested. Well, hey, we're back. So now we actually switched heads on the chopper, as you guys saw, and we put a corn head on there. So what we're doing now is another part of our ration is earlage. So silage and earlage are the two main parts of our feed ration that goes in. I'd say they're probably 2/3 of the weight that goes into our feed ration. So what you guys can see is with earlage, we're taking in as much as a combine would when you're combining corn, just the cob, husk, and kernels. And we're chopping it up, cracking the kernels and chopping everything up into little bite-sized pieces about an inch long or so on average is what we want this to be. So that's what we're doing right now. We're chopping this again for our feed, as I mentioned before. And there's really chopping silage, in my opinion, is much more fun because you fill wagons so much quicker. Chopping earlage is a little bit slower just because you're not taking in near as much, but in my opinion it's got a much better feed value. We really like earlage. We thought about doing high moisture corn at some point, but I mean, why would we when we already have a chopper at our disposal, and earlage has just such a higher feed value than just high moisture corn. So but anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video right here, mainly because I'm about halfway between my two videos. I hate doing videos over 20 minutes long, so that's why I'm going to close out this video right now, guys. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot. Be sure to ring that bell if you guys don't mind, that lower right-hand corner. Let you know anytime I post a video. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farm. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2 of this video. We're going to be more chopping. We're actually going to be chopping soybeans too, which has never happened before. But anyway, as always guys, take care, take it easy, and cow chow for now.